Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you guys how to install a solar panel on a boat on the cheap. So this is materials that you can pick up from your local hardware store. The only thing I'd remind you about is to paint it. You want to paint this with an oil-based paint so it doesn't rust, okay? So you could get this from your local hardware store, typical beam. And this here is the way you can install it, for example, on like a bimini or anywhere on your boat. I want you to have a look right here. So if you could see this rail right here, okay, so your bimini is going to have stainless steel bars like this, and this part right here is going to clamp onto here, okay, on your bimini cockpit area. All right, so it goes there. Of course, you could twist the bar however you need to, and this is just simple electrical hardware that you could get from your local hardware store. It's painted, oil-based, and it's secured in here. You know, you want to, when you get this around your stainless steel, you want to go ahead and, you know, bolt it in there and put a nut on the end, just to keep it secure. And then here, it's basically, you know, these little, one of these little notches right here. You put the bolt through, you put a washer, and you put a little nut right there just to secure it, hold it in place. Now, to hold your panel down, okay, all you do is you're gonna basically, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this says. So this here is also an electrical piece that you just kind of pop in there, okay. Show you, it just pops right out. So it's this little piece right here, okay, and you just simply pop it in here and you turn it to secure it, okay. Slides up and down, and then you're going to take one of these washers and you're going to go ahead and you're going to just basically tighten that down right there. Now this is one way to secure a panel. Now we're going to use this small panel here as an example to show you how to secure a bigger panel, but this is just an example. So pretty much you just go like that and you just tighten this down. Of course, you're going to do this on 4 corners, and we're going to show you later on in this video the actual attachment to a boat and how this all secures together. So you just pretty much tighten this down and it secures this just fine. The other way to do this also, if you wanted extra security, is basically this here. So you've got this, again, it's all electrical supply, okay, and you go ahead and this actually goes over the entire beam. Of course, this part here is going to look like this part here attached to the other part of the bimini area and the cockpit area of the boat, and you just pretty much slide this over, okay, and of course, you know, you're going to put this on top. And again, example, we're using a small panel, but basically this just slides on in there and this grips it like that, and then you just pretty much tighten down these bolts, and that's how you secure a solar panel on the bimini part of the boat, the back of the boat, securely, with very little cost. So there's no need to buy expensive securing items or anything like that. This is all steel. The only thing is just to simply paint it with an oil-based paint so it doesn't rust. But this is super crazy strong, solid, could withstand high winds. The only way this is going to come off with your panel is in your whole entire bimini coming off. This is going to be completely solid structure, completely secure to your bimini. So now we're going to go ahead and show you the actual setup on a boat. So this is how this is secured right here. These deals right here. So you can get the panel down right there. So this is how we do this. Got these here, square washers over there, all diagonal, and the square washers is meant for a storm bar to go on top, just in case storm comes, heavy winds. Keep the panel anchored to the bimini structure. So here we have the solar panel on top, and it's anchored down. So if you can see this, it's 320 watts. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the negative and positive is underneath, and it's connected with cables, and these are the cables right here that's going to come on in. If you look here, the negative and positive from the panel is coming down, and it goes in here, a little hole, straight into the battery compartment. So here's the battery compartment, okay, top of the boat, you can see there. And this is the breaker box, okay. So this breaker here goes and intercepts the charge controller. This breaker intercepts the inverter AC output to this combiner box here. Okay, combiner box is just a fancy name for where all the wires go into. This is your AC combiner box. And here, this here is going to be your battery coming in from your inverter, which is this here. Okay, and that's your negative cable here, and this cable is going to be your charge controller cable. This one is your negative, this one is your positive. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and shut this down. And also, the system is grounded, okay? So you've got the grounding here, and also we ground this, and in here we also have grounding inside here, okay? So here is your outlet. There's one forward, one aft, and this is completely solar. And this here is going to be your charge controller, and these are the wires that go into your battery compartment. And there's breakers. There's a breaker for this, that if anything was to go wrong, the breaker will trip and you just have to reset it, which is located in your battery compartment. Now here, this here is a switch that turns the entire system on. This here turns the entire system on or off. You plug this in and it powers up everything. So this here is a hurricane storm bar that we've put across the panel. If you look at it, it's secured with a square washer on the end there. This bar goes right across the entire panel. 320 watts. So, very secure. All you have to do is just regular socket